that I have right there. Who wants what? Thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm gonna do a get ready with me type of video today. I am taking my husband to lunch as I normally do on Fridays. I'm just waiting for him to let me know that he's ready right now. But I'm gonna do a quick little makeup just to kind of hide a lot of my redness today. I'm gonna do my foundation first because I don't want a heavy eye makeup look. Whenever I don't want a heavy eye look, I do my foundation first. So I'm gonna do that. I've already done my skincare. I've already done my eyebrows, which I forgot to do my eyebrow gel. Like I always forget to do it. I ran out of the side that's the actual brow, so I'm using the lash mascara because it's like the same exact thing. So same formula, it does the same thing. That's why I like the e.l.f. brow mascara, because it's literally the same thing on both sides. Now we gotta clean that up. I started taking my husband to to lunch on Fridays. I want to say like a year and a half ago, maybe. I don't know. Oh, let me do primer. I think I want to use. Oh no, I want to use my e.l.f. primer. This is just the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer. But yeah, I started taking him to lunch about a year ago, just because I was off work on Fridays. And he works on Fridays. So I would take him if I didn't have a nail client, because I do nails as well. I've cut back on doing them as much these days, but I do nails sometimes, and just not as often as I used to do. But now when I have a client that wants an appointment on Friday, I just don't schedule it around the time that I know he has, around the time I know I'm taking him to lunch. So my face looks like extra pale. It's because I use the Neutrogena sensitive skin sunscreen, and it is white. When I say it's white, it's white. I don't do my foundation with this thing on my head, but I'm just trying to lay my edges down for a minute. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take it off because I've had it on for a minute. I'm trying to get more into doing makeup videos, but I'm using the NARS Radiant Foundation. But about a year and a half ago now, my skin started breaking out like really crazy. It started with just like a pimple on my nose, and then I got rid of that. Like, it's crazy. I remember the exact day. I'm gonna dampen it's already damp, but I'm gonna dampen a little bit more with my Cover FX. This is the high performance setting spray. This is the hydrating one. I stopped doing my makeup because I've never been one to want to do my makeup on top of skin that wasn't clear. I don't know if I like this sponge. This is the what is it called? What is it called? I'm gonna think about it in a minute, but I don't know how I like it. I'm trying to get into it. I used it one time already. I didn't care for it too much, but I thought maybe it just was the foundation I was using at the time. But I don't know, I don't really care for it too much. I might go back to using my Eco Tool sponge. But yeah, so I stopped doing my makeup because my skin started getting bad, and I am big against doing makeup on top of skin that needs help. So I've been trying to get my skin back to where it was for the longest time, and like nothing is helping. Well, I'm not gonna say nothing is helping. I started taking this medicated ointment. I don't know what it's called. I think I got rid of the container, but I need to go get some more. It's like 80 bucks when you go get it from the pharmacy. You don't need a prescription for it, but it's like benzoyl peroxide. It's a benzoyl peroxide cream, and it helped, but it didn't get rid of what I already had. It didn't prevent anything coming in, so it would help my already acne that I had and my scar. Like, it helped this area and this area really well, but when it came to my skin, like, I have found nothing. I mean, my chin, I have found nothing to help me with the acne that I get on my chin. Like, nothing to this day. A little bit the excess over my eyes, 'cause I'm gonna use a concealer around that area later. Try to do this quick because it's already, what time is it? It's already 12:42. He doesn't go to lunch right at 12 because he said he hates going to lunch with everybody else because everywhere is packed. So we normally go around 1. But I feel like he's gonna call like any minute and say he's ready. That's good. Juno & Co. This is the Juno & Co sponges. I got the purple one and the yellow one because the purple one is like the softest one that they have. And I think the yellow one is like, it's either the softest one or it's the one before that, but it's the complete dome shape. I wish it had a round bottom, but it is what it is. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan. You know, some people don't like for their makeup to be heavier, or they like a more full coverage. I'm gonna say heavier, they like a more full coverage. I don't. So when a sponge soaks up some of my product, I'm okay with that because it gives me a more natural finish. I'm just using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I like a more natural finish. I have never been one to like full out coverage like that. When I do my it looked like I'm swiping, but I really just getting rid of what was on the end. I don't swipe my little brush because I don't want to mix in my foundation with my wand. So I kind of get rid of what's at the very tip by wiping that off, and then I'll tap it the rest of the places that I need it, and that keeps my, I don't know why I did that, I never do that, but it keeps my wand from turning the color of my foundation. I hate that. Like when you do a liner and you go over it with a lipstick and now you got the liner on your lipstick, I hate that. So I avoid it by doing that. Instead of coming up, I'm going to go into my eye, because that's going to be a primer for my eyes, and I don't want highlighter all up in my hairline. I'm going to bronze, so why take it in my hairline if I'm going to get rid of it with bronzer anyway? Go ahead and tap this out. I actually meant to do this first. It's like when I start recording, I forget my process. Like, get it together. And I know I always start with my forehead first. I always start with, I know I took it out pretty far, but it sheared it out, so it's fine. It's gonna work out in the end. But I always start this first. But it's like as soon as I cut the camera on, I get flustered. I'm trying to get over that, but I don't record as much, so hit that with a little bit more. And it's hard to talk while I'm doing this too, because when you're talking to a camera, you're talking to a camera. I see why people get nervous, because like, who are you talking to? But my channel originally started out, I wanted it to be a skincare, makeup, and DIY, but I haven't done a lot of makeup just because my skin had got bad for a minute. But I'm slowly regaining it, getting it back under control as much as I can. I am taking vitamins now. After I've been doing them for a month, I'll let you know how I like them. But for now, they're pretty cool, I guess. Use my Laura Mercier powder to set my eyes, my highlighted places. And I'm going to use my Mabelline Fit Me powder for the rest of my face. I normally use for bronzer, this is the e.l.f. bronzer. It's called Perpetually Tan. It is my favorite bronzer. It used to be one that came in a palette by Urban Decay that I loved, and then after that I couldn't find another one. I use this Urban Decay Beached bronzer. Is that the shade? I can't remember if that's it's the shade Bronzed. I bought this one, but this one is too dark, so I use it to contour. But I just bought this Essence matte bronzing palette that I want to use to see how I like it. I feel like that might be a decent palette. Like, I normally use this color, so I think I'm probably going to use that color, this one right here. Yeah, let me see how I like it. And if I don't like it, then I'll go in with my usual. I'm bad at trying new stuff. I don't like change if I, that falls out like a lot. Ugh. But I don't like a lot of change. So if I find something I like, I stick with it. I'm talking about I'm gonna use it till it hits pan. That's with everything. Oh, that's pigmented. Okay, I probably took a little too much, but it's nice though. So yeah, I don't like change. So doing makeup and stuff, like, I hope, like, if I get PR, I get PR. But when my channel gets big and people want to send me stuff, like, I'll try it out, tell you if I like it. But I don't know if I'm going to be one to continue to use it, because I don't know. When I like what I like, I stick with it. I don't like to switch up a lot. I feel like you can also mess with your skin like that too when you do that. When you do those type of things, people are, I don't know why I'm breaking out so much and blah blah blah. It's because you're using all this different stuff on your face. Your skin is telling you it doesn't like that. So always listen to what your skin is telling you. I've tried to increase my water intake as well. Like, I don't drink juice anymore. If I do, I might have one that month, and it's like an apple juice or orange juice. But I only drink water. I still don't drink as much water as I should, but I only drink water now. So I don't drink juice anymore. I used to could drink. I like to take my bronzer all the way to my cheeks sometimes. But yeah, I used to would drink juice like every day. Like, every day I had to have a cranberry juice or orange juice. I'm gonna take this lighter one, like this lighter shade, with the very tip of my brush and just go in with my nose. But I used to, yeah, I would drink juice every day, and I would drink water sometimes. And so how to get out of that is I started making sure whenever I had dinner, I would drink water. Like, I'm one of those people, I go to a restaurant, everybody is ordering whatever drink, ordering them something to drink, and I'm going to get a water just because I know that's the only water I had that day. And I like to take my bronzer under here to kind of contour under my chin and neck area. That's kind of harsh right there. Let me blend it out. That's better. But so I started by doing that, and then I just eventually was like, okay, let me kick juice and stuff all together. So I have it. I don't drink soda at all. I never used to drink soda. Yeah, I just don't like soda like that. And my sister used to drink soda all the time when we were younger. And you could tell it in her skin. So from a young age, I never drank soda like that because she got like the little acid marks in her neck. So yeah, I'm not with the sodas. I need a smaller brush to get under my chin. To get under my lip. But yeah, so that's that on that. I don't really wear blush all that often, so I just have this e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. It's 3 blushes and 3 highlighters. I just go in with the same brush that I use to bronze, and I just pick one. Sometimes I mix a few. Today I mixed a few, and then I go right here just to give me a little bit of blush, but I don't wear blush that often, so I don't have a lot of different blushes. I do blush right here. If I don't have on makeup, I see a blush right here. Like the smallest amount of sun, red. I don't even blush. I just get red. I'm going to go ahead and set my face before I do any highlighters. I'm going to use the same Cover FX setting spray. I'm going to set some more after I'm done with my eyes, but for right now, that's all I'm going to do. I think I want to use, I'm just going to use my Juvia's Place Wahala palette. And I'm just going to use this shade called Pride right here. And probably just blend it out with some bronzer. I'm not trying to really going for a eye look. As a matter of fact, I have this brush that still has a little bit of purple left on it from when I did a purple look a little while ago. I'm going to use that because sometimes when you still have a little powder left in your brush, that color will transfer. So it doesn't really show up that much, but it gives me just enough of looking like I have color on my lid. I am also not the person to say, oh, I'm going to do this with the cut crease and I'm going to wing out that and use this, that, blue, green. I don't know what I'm doing. A lot of the times I just throw color. People always ask me, oh, what you do with your makeup? You should give us a tutorial. And I do makeup sometimes. I don't advertise myself as a MUA, but I will do makeup sometimes for clients because I love doing eyebrows. Like, I am the eyebrow queen, okay? But when it comes to doing really big looks and stuff, that's why when I do book someone, like book a client for makeup, I don't charge that much because I'm really not that artistic when it comes to doing makeup. I'm just going to bring that all the way on the inside right here and bring it out. But, you know, I'm really not all that artistic when it comes to doing looks. So I don't charge that much. Most of the time when I do makeup, I do a basic eye look, bronze it out, get them eyebrows on point, pop some lashes on, and that's it. I've been loving these purple shades in this palette. I think I want to use this shade right here called Woke. Just to give me a little bit more color out here. But that is like literally all I'm gonna do, and I don't even know if it shows up that much on camera. Let me see if I can zoom in some. So like, just to give me a little bit of color out here. And I tapped my brush in that like once, maybe twice, and then tapped off the excess. Yeah, that's all I want. That's that Pride shade that I have right there. Who wants what? So I'm just gonna take that shade Woke, tap it off, because like I said, I don't want a lot. I'm just gonna go right here on the outside and put a little bit of color right here. Because not only do I not like to wear a lot of makeup these days, but I mean, I never was one to cake it on, but my husband does not care for it that much. He'll say, why you got all that on your face? But I know he like it, but he don't care for it that much. So I don't want to be doing too much when I go up there to take him to lunch. See that? Barely anything. I might take that Pride shade and just draw it out a little bit more this way. I think I want to do a little bit of shimmer on the center. So I'm just going to take this color Envy and literally dip the tip of my finger in it, maybe that much. Focus, that much. And I'm just going to tap it right here. That still was a lot more than I wanted, but I'm just going to tap that out a little bit. In the center. Just give a little pop of something. That's so pretty. I think I want a little bit more. I'm gonna try not to go too much. I'm not sure at what point my camera stopped recording because I forgot to dump the footage that was already on there before I started recording. So I can't look in the viewfinder. I have to look in the mirror. Just put it right here. I don't want a whole lot. Just a little bit of something to have on my lid. A little bit more. And that's literally, like I said, that's literally all I've been doing lately. It's just putting a little bit of a shade on the outside. Put a little shimmer on the lid. I don't even think I want to do like an inner corner highlight. I think I'm just going to use that same shade with a brush if I can find a clean one. Yep, that's enough. Let me actually bring that a little bit more up. Get a different brush. Just a little. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm doing today. Cause like I said, my husband don't like when I wear a whole lot of makeup, but at the same time, I want to put out some content. So guess what I'm doing? Wearing makeup. Look at me talking about I don't want that much, but I'm still adding more. I love, this is like my favorite. I don't even do purple. Purple is not my favorite color. My favorite color is blue. But this shade right here is my favorite. Alright. That's all I'm doing to my top lash line. I think I'm just going to go back into that Essence Bronzing Palette. Take that same brush I used the other side, and I think I'm just going to use the third darkest shade in this palette to just go under my lash line. Gonna put some under there just to give me something down there, to not do nothing down there. I'm gonna place that down there with that smaller brush and take a bigger brush and blend it out. Just to have something there. Clean it up. Y'all have to forgive me. I forget that I'm recording. I'm not used to this yet, doing makeup. And if I try to use the viewfinder, I feel like I'm not seeing what I'm actually seeing. I look so much brighter on camera than I do in real life. But I'm going to take some after shots and insert them in the video. That side came out better. I did a little too much on that side, so I cleaned it up with that brush that I used to do my highlight under here. So that is literally it for the eyes. Oh, no. I forgot mascara. I'm not a big lash person, so I've been trying different stuff. I was using that e.l.f. one, but it's okay. It doesn't give me what I'm looking for. I like to get a false lash kind of effect. I just want my lash to look like I have some. So lately I've been using this Essence lash one. It's okay. It transferred. I did try this one time already. I like the way it made my lashes look, but again, it transferred. So I mean, after not that long, I don't care for the wand on this. You can see that. But it is what it is. And I have to hold my head all the way back and be very careful when I do my lashes because they are long. And if I don't do that, I'm definitely going to have mascara on my eyelid. Like, it almost never fails. I almost always get mascara on my eyelid. So like, look at that. With just one coat, look at that. It's nice. It shows up, but it transfers. So you better hope you don't cry. I think they have one that's waterproof. I just haven't tried that one yet. Put a little bit on my lower lash line, sorry. So like, you can see the difference between that eye and that eye that has nothing. So it's good, but it flakes off easy. It's always this eye that gets on the lid. I'm going to take him to lunch, and then I'm going to probably make a couple store runs because I have a few projects that I'm working on, and then I'm coming home and taking it off. I might do 2 videos today, do a little get unready with me. Who knows? So I'm done with the face for the most part. I just need to highlight. Dose of colors. I love Iluvsarahii. It's called Soulmate highlighter. This is like when I first start getting into makeup or start getting good with makeup, I bought this highlighter and haven't went to anything else since getting this one. So it worked. Like I said, it worked, so I stuck with it. I'm using this e.l.f. highlighting brush. I just do the very tip of this in here. I'm going to go here. Pretty low. I'm going to go here. I never do my brow bone anymore. Let me do that real quick. I used to have a color that I always did my brow bone with, but that palette has since expired, so I don't use it anymore. I'm just going to take this Bretman Rock It's ColourPop wet palette, and this shade right here is blue. It's a very pale blue, but I'm going to use the smallest amount to do like a brow bone, just to lighten up a little bit, like the smallest, just to give that a little highlight right there. Like, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. But I love when I do that. So Try not to skip it. And I like a matte highlight right under there. I don't like a shimmer. Just make my eyes look a little bit more lifted. I have the lip palette too. I just don't use them as often. But back to when I was highlighting. So I do a little bit right there, a little bit here. I'm going to do a little bit here. And the other side. Let me come in a little bit closer. A little bit there. A little bit here. A little bit there, a little bit there. And I'm gonna do a little bit here. Just the teeniest amount. I'm probably the only one in the world still uses those two colors. I love Outtro palette, but I don't care. Do a little bit with my brush right here, and I always go with my finger, tap it, and then tap it on my nose. That's all I do. I don't do all the crazy contouring and highlighting on my nose. Take the extra and put it there. Want to hit my lip up. Can you see me? That's better. Alright, and for lips, I am gonna do my usual. Alright, so for my lips, I'm using this NYX lip liner in Cappuccino. Alright, so I just used that liner to outline my lips and then bring it a little bit more in. I see some spots, some I'm gonna miss, so I'm gonna okay. Alright. So I just used that liner to go around the perimeter and bring it in a little bit in the corners. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Sisterly Satin in Cream. Just for the center. I do the bottom and I just pat them together. And then I have this little lip gloss. I can give you the website for it in the description. There is a girl I know locally that I went to high school with. Her name is Janae. And her brand is the Big Lip Chick Cosmetics. Yes, the Big Lip Chick Cosmetics. It's decent. It gives my lips the gloss that I need. The color isn't too dark, so it doesn't take away from what I'm doing. And it stays on at quite a long time. I got a little crusty. It's a good gloss. Stays on for a while. So yeah, definitely check out her website and get you some gloss if you're a gloss person. I used to not be a gloss person, but I've gotten a little bit more into it because a lot lately I would just rather put on a gloss than do a lip. Like, put on a gloss and go. That's me. Like, and I used to be big on lips. Like, I had to do me a lip. I don't care if I wasn't doing nothing else. I was gonna do me a lip. But I don't go crazy with the lip products anymore like that. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. When I clean up, I don't put any product on my brush, any more extra product. I use the concealer brush that I used to do my eyebrows with, and I just go around the perimeters just a little bit. To get rid of anything that shouldn't be there.
Hey, where you at?
I'm on the way. I was recording and it went a little behind, but I'm on the way. I am done and I'm gonna set with setting spray, and that is it. I'm literally putting on my shoes now to get ready to walk out the door. I need to let the dogs in.